I mean, it's a beautiful country, whatever you want, but there's one thing I'll never get used to. I mean, the toilet sink, I just can't get used to it. How do you even go to the bathroom like that, really? Impressive? Today, we're taking it easy. Today we're being tourists, a bit by chance, and we're going to check out all those things. A bit historical, a bit beautiful, a bit dated that Japan hides. Towers, museums, and so on and so forth. Starting tomorrow, though, we're aiming for all those strange things that this beautiful country hides. And you will obviously come with me. It's 8 o'clock, much later than I expected. Honestly, I thought I would go out much earlier, but I'm a bit tired. I really slept poorly. Last night, I really slept badly. But I think it's due to the jet lag. There's already quite a bit of activity here, actually. Today we have to, it's a way of saying, because it's the best part, being tourists from the Imperial Palace, to stop by a few shops and probably, if I can, also the Tokyo Tower. So, let's go. That said, look at these little cars that are here. Is that the latest model of Lexus? But then again, they produce them right here, just over there. Right, look behind that corner. But what the hell kind of Toyota is this? Never seen it until now. There's quite a lot of people heading to work. I don't, this one. Where is he going in his pajamas? There's a silence. Surprising. And even though there's an intersection there, it's so quiet that you don't hear it. A big city, we're in Tokyo, one of the largest cities in the world. It's so quiet. You can hear crows passing by and you can even hear your own thoughts. Impressive. I mean, there isn't even one person calling. Everyone has their phone in their hand. But the only one talking is me. And obviously they're giving me really dirty looks. This makes me think a lot about the fact that socially, they're not very connected to each other, maybe in small groups. Anyway, there's also a little street over there that probably leads to residential houses, and it's full of vending machines selling products. This makes me think a lot about the fact that socially they are not very close people, perhaps in small groups. In short, there's also a little street over there that probably leads to residential houses and is full of vending machines selling products. I decided that I'll have breakfast on the street because I had to go back to grab my wallet that I forgot. I wanted to get this one, Barista Black, which should be coffee. There is a coffee site, but I see here that there are hot drinks. There is hot coffee. There is also Barista Black, Tea Latte Coffee Farm. I don't know, I'm inspired by this barista, but I saw that a lot of people have taken the latte. Let's try it, maybe it's good. I'll also grab this sandwich because I think I'll be eating pretty late, and this black triangle. I read chocolate, but I have no idea what it is, but I guess we'll find out soon. Let's try maybe good. I'll take this sandwich too, because I think I'll eat quite late, and this black triangle, I've read chocolate, but I have no idea what it is. But I imagine we'll find out. It's beautiful. This thing you're buying could be some random junk from a supermarket, and then you just leave and say goodbye. I mean, literally any employee at the supermarket, stop it at arigato gozaimasu. And so they greet you beautifully. I mean, really makes you feel like you're not just some random jerk who walked into that supermarket at that moment. Look at this intersection. And they line up one by one. No one cuts in line to get on. It's something that wouldn't exist in Italy. I think it's a very diluted American coffee. Without sugar, with a splash of milk. Honestly, I expected worse. I didn't speak either because it didn't seem appropriate. In fact, right now I'm the only one talking. But, do you see the subway in complete silence? And above all, there wasn't even a smell by mistake. I mean, it smelled like talcum powder, like not even that. Zero. And after taking public transport and walking a lot, we arrived at what is the Imperial Garden, the castle. But the one in the east, because it has 4 around it and nothing else. But they checked the backpack because I can't bring in drones and especially explosive fireworks. But look at this spectacle. These are the walls of what it is. And it was the Imperial Castle. They're normally huge. Before going to see the garden at the castle, we quickly sit on some benches and I have breakfast because it's already 9:30. As for the park itself is really huge, and there are these structures here. This one, I think it's a Buddhist temple. Maybe I want to try climbing up the walls to see it first. I think it's a Buddhist temple. Maybe I want to try climbing the walls to see it first. If you can see a bit of the view, you'll find the benches. As for the view, I was hoping for better. All right, we're surrounded by trees, so you can see this church well. It's not the day that's cold. It's just that there's this very cold wind that practically freezes you to the bone. So, drinking this latte from the barista that's still hot to warm myself up a bit. And let's try these things. Here I wanted to try this huge triangle. That's the color of poop. I mean literally. It's the color of poop, but it actually looks really good. It's a kind of mixed cake, a cake mixed with chocolate puff pastry. Really delicious, absolutely amazing. And then we have this, which should be a sandwich with a huge pork cutlet or something like that. It has a bit of a vinegar taste. Maybe there's some coleslaw inside. It's a pork cutlet with cheese and ketchup. It's a bit heavy for breakfast, but I want to try to delay lunch for as long as possible. I will definitely buy that triangular brioche again because it was amazing. Guys, if you can hear me this well, the audio is thanks to these little microphones here. They are literally my lifesavers, and they really cost a joke. 50 euros for the quality they provide. If you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description. At the top of this climb, there should be one of the defensive houses of the palace in Serpentone. It's very steep, even if it doesn't look like it. Actually, it's very, very steep. Look how low it is. I'm 1.98 meters tall, and I'm at risk of hitting my head. It's one of the defensive houses of the palace. If you wanted to get to the palace, you had to pass through here, and clearly, they would ambush you. Look at this. How spectacular is this place? Now, imagine it. In spring, when everything is in bloom, with flowers everywhere in 1,000 different colors. Now we are in the period that's a bit less touristy, let's say. This is what was supposed to be a watchtower from which they could clearly monitor the entire situation. In hindsight, I realized that the climb where I had breakfast is the ruins and the foundations of the Edo Castle, which is the ancient castle that existed before this imperial castle. Look at how truly unique this installation is. A few words. This is the entrance, the one you see back there, of the royal palace, but it's not possible to visit it. The entrance is still closed, so you can only walk around, enjoy the view from here, which is spectacular. And anyway, there's a giant moat, and on the other side, it's full of skyscrapers. But it's not possible to see the royal palace. I happened to pass by here and look at this amazing little shop. I think I'll get something because it's not nice to go in without getting anything. At this delightful bakery, they offer a variety of exquisite treats, including their famous themed macarons, which are not only visually stunning, but also come in a range of delightful flavors that are sure to please any palate. Additionally, they serve the traditional Portuguese pastry, pastel de nata, known for its creamy custard filling and perfectly crisp, flaky crust. And let's not forget their mega cream puffs, which are generously filled with rich, luscious cream, just like the ones you might see in your favorite anime series. These puffs are truly a sight to behold, as they are literally enormous, capturing the essence of indulgence in every bite. Huge. So good. It's a maritozzo. In the end though, a bit rougher. So with the cream puff dough. We've arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the Deseco Museum Ginza. Beautiful, just the aesthetics of the place itself is spectacular. But this then became a separate video. So go check it out on the channel because it's spectacular, especially if you like Japanese style watches with Japanese movement. And yes, you haven't made a mistake, this is a dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at Nissan. No, wait. But it's a GTR. And then there's this, I can't quite define it, it's something very Japanese, especially because it's square. And here, this type of car is born because there are no parking spaces. More than anything, it's not really that car over there, more than anything. I don't understand why there's a piano in the back, it's a piano. But actually, I even got on one. Make sure to activate the bell, because soon this video will come out where we see Daikoku. An illegal auto-tuning gathering in Japan, where there was also that flashy red GTR. Guys, if you're interested in a really cool store, you have to come to this one. It's called Laox. It's a pretty normal store that doesn't sell a ton of stuff. Not 5 floors like the usual stores. But it allows you, if you're here traveling, to buy things with a 10% discount. Meaning without taxes. So you need to bring your passport with you. So they put them in your name and surname, and you don't pay taxes. You save 10% because taxes in Japan are roughly around 10%. Passing by here by chance, I found this store called Uniqlo. It's a pool and beer bursa anyway for clothes, decent quality at really low prices. if you want to showcase them, to show the variety, this might be the best way. By the way, I just found out that there are 12 floors. In addition to the clothes that move like a pendulum, there are clothes that literally move up and down. I mean, this just moved. I'm not imagining it. I think these socks move too. You just have to touch them lightly. This one moves too. An umbrella that spins. Beautiful. Cool. It's actually very, very cool. If you're in the right size, if you're in extra, extra large. Like me, it's not exactly the best, let's say, but maybe you'll pass by it sooner or later. You'll come. In Tokyo, right? A really cool little shop and also quite affordable, actually, at 3-4. Going to eat on the 10th floor of this giant shopping mall. This is the elevator. It's dark in here, very airy. We need to go to the 10th floor and we're going to eat a bit of sushi, finally. Hoping it's as good as the one in Italy. Potentially, I mean, it's highly likely. That's the place. Look at how cool this is. You sit me down, there's the little train passing by. Take whatever you want. But I'm 39 and they're currently serving 124. I've been waiting to eat for 40 minutes now. In a bit, it's my turn. There are 7 more people in front of me, but it should be pretty quick. I can't see any more from hunger. I can't see any more from sleep, and I can't sleep any more from hunger. Really, I don't know if I'm more sleepy or more hungry. Look at the view. On the 10th floor to eat sushi from a sushi place in Tremina. How does it work? We are number 30. We take the little slip and write down the numbers of the things we want. Below there are the cups. You take one and place it here where the boiling water comes. Inside there's matcha tea. So you pour it in. How much do you want in there? Then you add soy sauce, eat it, and a bit of tomato. That has nothing to do with it. That in Italy, they're really 2 different things. Completely different. The texture is insane. Maybe it's one of the best dishes we've ever eaten. Good. It's a slightly sweet and savory omelet with a hint of delightful and aromatic flavor. So good. Super, super fresh. Yes, this is basically a sushi burger. I mean, on top there's beef with a bit of sauce, teriyaki. Good. Since it's all one piece, I don't know how much it will cost me in total. This stuff, though, the portions are nice and big, actually. And it's really delicious, so I want to try this thing here. They're sticky anyway, but it's a dessert, a kind of sweet fruit made from sweets. I'll save it for later. Maybe I got another tuna that has a spectacular color. Look at it too. I mean, it's much fresher, much denser compared to the usual tuna you eat in Italy. Good. Let's taste it right away. Good. It's crab meat, mayonnaise, and cabbage. The salmon has also arrived, but as you can see, it's really different. I mean, it has a different color. It's really much more orange, pinkish orange, almost fluorescent. Let's see right away. And then I got this tuna here. The stuff that's served on these wooden trays is all the stuff that costs the most on the menu. It's basically a super special tuna, extra premium. It says so. I guess it's the fattiest part of the tuna itself. It's really the fattiest part of the tuna. It literally melts in your mouth. It literally melts in my mouth. Spectacular. In the end, the other dishes have also arrived. Seared salmon, tuna, and mayonnaise. This is swordfish. Look how big it is. The slice, I mean, is huge. And in the end, I got some fried baby squid. Spectacular. This stuff, it's going to cost me quite a bit, but it's worth it. The salmon is delicious because it's not just seared. I mean, it's actually raw, but cooked with a flame torch. So it really tastes burnt, and it gives it a spectacular flavor. Let's also try this swordfish. It has giant slices. Be careful. It's delicious. It literally melts in your mouth. Really, really good. And now tuna tartare with mayonnaise. I'll show you how they do the bill, because it's really cool. They should basically count the colors of the different types of plates and then calculate the price. Each dish has a price. We explored Tokyo and ate sushi. It started off really badly this morning at 3, at 4. In fact, I didn't sleep anymore. We went around, we saw Tokyo, we saw a lot of things, we ate sushi. At that moment, I didn't really understand, so I ended up eating like 3 to 4 more dishes than I wanted. Well, they were small plates, but in the end, all this stuff, it cost me about 30 euros, which isn't actually that much, because the quality of the food I ate was really top-notch. It's 6 o'clock. I'm really wiped out. In fact, I'm closing the video right away and I'm going to take a hot shower. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. A bit lost in Japan. A bit randomly. That said, I thank you all. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked the video. And comment down below telling me what you like the most and what you think about Tokyo. In general, always check some links in the description, maybe a little something. You might like it. And give some support to the channel by shopping on Amazon, and we'll see you in the next video.